In today's video, we will be going over exactly why you should be starting with house hacking real estate and why that will be a great foundation to build massive wealth. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Evan Phoenix, and this channel is all about real estate education and my journey to financial independence through real estate investing. So if that's something that you're interested in, why don't you go down and subscribe to this channel? That way you can follow my journey. For those of you that do not know what house hacking is, it's essentially creating another source of income from your primary home. And this is done by purchasing a 1 to 4 unit residential property. Make sure to stick around to the end of this video because I will be going over all of the different ways that you can actually house hack a property. And I bet you there are a bunch in there that you don't even know about. Okay, so why am I and a bunch of other real estate investors suggesting that house hacking is the best way to set a foundation for your real estate investing portfolio? It's because of the very low cost to entry. Typically, when you purchase a property, you will have to put around 20 to 25% down unless it's your primary home. If you use that home as a primary home, it opens up a ton of different loan options for you to put a lot less down. But keep in mind that this only works for a 1 to 4 unit residential property. It does not work for a commercial or a 5+ unit multifamily property. The best way to utilize a house hack and get into it with such low money down is utilizing an FHA 3.5% down loan. This is the exact loan product that my wife and I used to purchase our 4-unit apartment building that we actually house hacked. The other reason why I'm suggesting house hacking is because the average American's largest monthly expense every single month is a mortgage or rent. So if you're able to eliminate your largest monthly cost every single month, just think about how much more money you'll be able to save up to purchase more cash flowing assets and better yourself. It's such a low cost to entry, and you now have an investment property that all you have to do is live in it for 1 year, move out, and then you can rent it and keep it as a cash flowing asset as long as you would like. So with a FHA 3.5% down loan, you probably guessed it, you only have to put 3.5% down. Okay, you might be thinking to yourself right now, what does it take to qualify for a 3.5% down loan? Well, the lender requirements for an FHA 3.5% down are a 3.5% down payment, a credit score of at least 580, a debt to income ratio of 50% or less, documented steady income and employment history. Basically, they take about 2 years. That this property will in fact be your primary house and you have not had any foreclosures in the last 3 years. So if as I was reading those, you thought to yourself, you know what, I kind of check all the boxes on that, reach out to your lender and see if you can get pre-approved so that you can purchase a house hack and potentially lower or eliminate altogether your largest monthly expense. So let's go over 4 ways that you can actually house hack a 1 to 4 unit residential property to generate income and potentially lower your monthly mortgage to $0 every single month, or even cash flow just a little bit. The first option is a 2 to 4 unit multifamily residential property, and this is the strategy that my wife and I actually used. We purchased a 4-unit apartment complex. We lived in one of the units. The income from the other 3 units actually paid for our mortgage every single month, and we got paid about $800 as well on top of that. So we were getting paid $800 to live in our property. It was just a home run deal. But just keep in mind, if you do not cash flow while living there, it does not mean that it's a bad deal. We just hit a home run and we found the property off market, which led to a better negotiating style. But this can either be done with a 2, 3, or 4 unit apartment complex that is residential. The second way is to house hack a single family property. The main way is to purchase a single family house that has multiple bedrooms. You move into one of the bedrooms and then you rent out the other bedrooms by room and you have common shared spaces. One thing I will caution you about when renting by the room is making sure that the other people that you rent to are clean, because you will be sharing common spaces such as bathrooms, kitchens, living rooms. So you really want to make sure that this person is clean. I personally have never rent by the room, but I did hear this once before that a great way to check if someone is clean is while you're interviewing them, ask to see their car. And if the inside of their car is completely trashed and has just messy and dirty, then they're probably going to be dirty in their house. Like I said, I've never done rent by the room, but I did hear that tip before and I thought it would be very beneficial. The second way that you can house hack a single family is by purchasing a house that has a finished basement with a bathroom and a bedroom downstairs. All you would have to do is add in a little kitchenette and they have their own apartment downstairs. That way you don't have to worry about their cleanliness and sharing common spaces with them. And although it's a single family house, it's just like house hacking a 2-unit residential building. All right, moving on to number 3, which is house hacking with Airbnb. Now, over the past couple years, this one has become extremely popular because if you are near a large city or a desirable town where people come to visit a lot, you can put your room or unit up for rent on Airbnb, charge a nightly rate that is a premium. All you have to do is furnish the house, unit, or bedroom, and you are good to go. Like I just mentioned, the best part about it is that you charge a premium so you can make a lot more for it. The bad part about it is that there's a lot of turnover. Every time a guest comes and stays for a couple nights and then leaves, you will then have to change all the sheets, you have to do all the laundry. You will pretty much have to run it as if you own a hotel and you are turning over a room every single time a guest comes to stay. But there's many people that benefit greatly from this and they're making a killing doing this. The great thing is that Airbnb does not limit you. You can either rent out a whole house, just a bedroom, or a unit in your multifamily property. So it can work with a residential property that's 1 to 4 units. If house hacking with Airbnb intrigued you, I would suggest checking out this great resource, which is airdna.com. On that website, you'll be able to go in, type in your exact location or street, and it'll give you comparables in the area in which those Airbnbs rent for every single day. All right, and moving on to the fourth and final, which is house hacking with midterm rentals. Now, midterm rentals are essentially like Airbnbs to where it's a shorter term stay. It's not your long-term 12-month lease, but it is longer than Airbnb. Typical midterm rentals are between 30 and 90 days. A huge target audience for midterm rentals is traveling nurses and traveling healthcare workers. Traveling healthcare workers are incentivized by the larger pay and rent assistance with their job. Just keep in mind that with Airbnbs and midterm rentals, there are more costs associated with furnishing the property and basically having someone come there as a hotel. But if you think you'll be great at turnover and great communication skills, this could be extremely profitable for you. If you're interested in midterm rentals, then I would suggest checking out the resource furnishfinder.com. On Furnish Finder, not only can you go over there and check out the comparables in your area, but you can also list your rental to catch the eye of a potential healthcare worker. I only know a handful of people that do this, but they do go on Furnish Finder for all of their inquiries and finding a tenant for their place. I just want to preface that the reason that I say start with house hacking is because it sets an amazing foundation for you and potentially your family to eliminate your largest monthly expense and save that money instead, collect the income, own an investment property, and then be able to build off of that. The hardest part about investing is saving up all that money and then putting down 25% on an investment property to then be stuck with $0 and having to save up again. It's a slow and steady race, but with house hacking, you can own investment property and save more potentially if you're able to lessen your monthly mortgage or eliminate it altogether. I will always say house hacking is the best way to set the foundation for your investing portfolio, and I've done it personally myself and it worked out great. Just make sure that you're confident in your numbers and you have a great team around you, such as your agent, lender, property manager, and your contractor. If you love this video, I know you're gonna love this one as well. This is all about my house hacking journey.